Do these two fragrances smell alike, or people are just chatting shit? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bella and this is Bella's Perfume Diaries. If this is your first time of stumbling on this channel, Perfume Diaries is a series where we'll talk about perfumes, a sprinkle of beauty and lifestyle. So if this is the kind of content you like, please click that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking about a new release from Paris Corner. Paris Corner has been on their A game for time now, and I just have to give them their flowers. I have to give them all their accolades. Paris Corner has been releasing amazing fragrances back to back to back, and I don't think I have smelled any Paris Corner fragrance that I don't like. I love the fact that they are evolving, improving, and becoming better and better with their fragrances. So on this episode, I'm going to be talking about December Vanilla from Paris Corner. I think this fragrance was released last year, December, but I got this fragrance this year. So this fragrance is rumored to be a dupe for Kayali's Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. So if you want to know my thoughts on December Vanilla and if it is actually a dupe for Kayali's Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli, then keep watching. So let's start with December Vanilla. So this is what the packaging looks like. This packaging is just giving me tall glass of pure luxury. December Vanilla Paris Corner. It's a 100 ml Eau de Parfum, 3.4 fluid ounce. I love the concept of this front. And at the back, for the first time, they have the notes of the fragrance on the packaging. Usually, they put it in a pamphlet. I wish other Middle Eastern fragrance companies can just follow suit, because it's just beautiful. Sometimes you don't even need to go on Fragrantica. The note is staring right at you on the packaging. This is how it opens, and the fragrance sits beautifully inside there. It reminds me of a tall, luxurious Barbie. Now let's come to this bottle. I have no words for this bottle. I need this bottle to do the talking. So it comes in this milky bottle with this gold plates in front. The cap also is giving me a very pretty crowned prince. The gold plate in front that carries December Vanilla Paris Corner. And also the back has the notes of the fragrance as well. Kayali writes the notes on their packaging and on their bottle. So was this brand intentionally copying Kayali? Who knows? Guys, look at this packaging and tell me you don't love it. The packaging is already giving me luxury, so I'm sure you can already tell that the scent itself would give you liquid gold. So the top notes of this fragrance are rum, vanilla, orchid, and jasmine. Heart notes are vanilla, spicy notes, leather, tonka bean, rose, creme brulee, while the base notes are brown sugar, amber, wood, patchouli, sugar, and musk, giving me sweet, sexy, rich. So when you spray this fragrance at first, it opens with a very sweet, boozy rum. It's the way these Middle Eastern fragrance houses are morphing out of wood and trying other things. I love to see it. I remember back then when we knew Middle Eastern fragrances to be just wood. But now look at them trying rum, trying pistachio, trying all these different notes, and I'm here for it. So that rum in it is very sweet, very boozy, very rich, and then you get some leather. So the rum in the opening is not smooth, it's very grainy. So it gives it a very sandy, very dusty, rough, boozy rum. And then it starts to settle. The leather in this fragrance is very dominant in the top, but when it starts to settle, the leather completely disappears. And then you start to get this very creamy creme brulee. That creme brulee comes in to smoothen out that grainy patchouli feel in the fragrance, and it just makes it very yummy, very almost milky, almost edible as well. And then you start to get some florals mixed and floating around it. You have some jasmine, you have some vanilla orchid. There's rose in it as well, even though it's not very dominant. So these florals are not coming off as very dominant. They just mix completely with that creme brulee to give it that almost floral, creamy, milky, smooth feel in the mid. So the rum in the mid completely disappears. What takes the center stage is that creme brulee. So all you get is creaminess in the mid. So you get the rum and the patchouli with the leather at the top, and then you get that creaminess in the meat, and then in the base the rum comes back and mixes with that creaminess. So now you get the rum, the creaminess, you get that patchouli that gives it that graininess, but it's not as rough as it was in the top. That creaminess kind of smoothens it out. This is what we call a rich vanilla. This fragrance smells like wealth. It smells like old money, but at the same time it is extremely sexy. The major notes to my nose are rum, creme brulee, patchouli, and brown sugar. This fragrance to me is a very boozy, sweet rum with creme brulee and patchouli. It is sexy, it is rich, it's a unisex fragrance that leans slightly feminine. I would love to smell this on a man. It will smell extremely sexy on a man, because men are just used to fresh fragrances, oud. You guys need to come out and try different things. Try sexy fragrances. Just imagine smelling sexy every day. Girls will be chasing you down the streets. Don't you want that? Don't be that boring man that only smells like Blue de Chanel or Sauvage. You have to morph out of your typical fresh or woody fragrance and try something sexy like a boozy rum. I love the performance of this fragrance. It has slightly above medium projection with minimum of 12 hours longevity. So if you need a sexy, rich vanilla scent that would have you smelling like old money but at the same time sexy, so that's December Vanilla from Paris Corner. Now let me quickly talk about Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli before I do a comparison between the two of them. So this is what the packaging of Vanilla Royale comes in this gold packaging. I just love this Kayali's packaging. Like, this is giving 24 karat gold, literally. The notes of this fragrance are also at the back here. So this one has vanilla, sour absolute, golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugared patchouli. So this fragrance opens up with leather, a very rich leather. I'm not the biggest fan of the opening of this fragrance. To me, that leather comes off as kind of bitter, but then it starts to settle into the rum, guys. The rum in this fragrance is so rich, it's so dense, it's almost like aged wine, like rum that has stayed for years and aged and morphed into something very rich and sexy. Damn, the potency of this, I would even classify it as beast mode. The quality of this fragrance is unmatched. And then you get the sweetness from the brown sugar, but it's not sickly sweet, it's not juvenile. It blends completely to make it rich. I love that they use brown sugar as opposed to like a candy sugar, because brown sugar tends to make fragrances smell very rich. I have noticed in Red Temptation Winter, they added brown sugar and it made that fragrance extremely rich. So if you notice, most of the fragrances that they use brown sugar, it kind of elevates it and makes it rich and mature. So I love that they use brown sugar in this. Now in the mid, the creme brulee comes in to make it smell very creamy, very milky, very sexy, but you still get that rum in the background. The rum doesn't completely disappear in the mid, it is still very much present. You can smell it, so it mixes with that creme brulee to give it that boozy, milky, creamy feel. So the rum in this fragrance is not even letting that creme brulee breathe at all, unlike in December Vanilla where it completely disappeared in the mid. So when it settles, the rum quickly takes back the center stage. It's more like the rum and the creme brulee were fighting for space in the mid, and finally the rum won and decided to be more dominant. So to me, I feel like the creme brulee in this fragrance doesn't really stay too long. It just comes for like 1 hour 30 minutes, then it switches back to the rum. You now start to get the patchouli that gives it this grainy, dusty feel, and the leather. So the leather also still follows it through, even though it starts to mellow as it dries down, but you can still get it in this fragrance. The prominent notes to my nose are the brown sugar, the rum, the patchouli, and the leather. This is an extremely rich vanilla scent that packs a punch. It has medium projection with minimum of 12 hours longevity. This one to me is a borderline unisex fragrance. A man will wear this and smell sexy. A woman will wear this and smell sexy as well. So if you need a rich, sexy rum vanilla scent, get your hands on Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64 from Kayali. Now let's do the comparison. So now to the burning question, do these two fragrances smell alike or people are just chatting shit? To me and my nose, I feel like December Vanilla is 90% similar to Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli from Kayali. Hear me out. At the top, they smell so much alike, guys. The DNA of this fragrance is the same as this one. The only difference is that this one is more potent than this one, and this one is more creamy than this one. So just like I mentioned, this is unisex but leans slightly feminine, but this is straight up unisex. I feel like Paris Corner replicated this fragrance perfectly, like to the teeth. So the differences are not so obvious that you would smell straight up. You have to dig your nose to tell the differences. But for the potency of the fragrances, you can tell the difference. When you spray both of them, you can tell the difference. But for the smell, you can hardly tell the difference between these two fragrances. What you need to do to match up the potency of this is for you to just overspray this a little more. But this to me is a perfect dupe of this fragrance. So if you need an affordable version of Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli from Kayali, just try December Vanilla. Save your coins and try December Vanilla. So that's my thoughts on December Vanilla and Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli from the house of Kayali. Have you tried this fragrance? Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Have you tried Vanilla Royale from Kayali? Let me know what you think about that fragrance. Would you love to try it? Let me know which one you would love to try out of the two. I feel like Paris Corner is doing amazing with their fragrances, and I love the fact that when they duplicate these fragrances, they come very, very close, and it's just beautiful because sometimes you don't want to spend a lot of money getting these fragrances, or if you want to test them first and you're not able to get a sample, you can get the dupe and test. That's what I do. If I want to get a fragrance, I get the dupe and test it and see if this is something I actually want to get for myself before purchasing the actual fragrance. Or if you're just on a budget and you need something more affordable that you can splurge on, you can just go for the dupe. Like, nobody ever died of buying a dupe. I'm sure when you're walking on the road, nobody knows that it's a dupe you're wearing. I used to wear dupes a lot when I was growing up. There was one time I was wearing a Patchouli dupe, and somebody liked the fragrance and they were like, what fragrance are you wearing? I'm like, Patchouli. And they're like, oh my god, how much did you get it? I gave them full price. I gave them full price, my sister, because who is coming to check me? Come and arrest me. I was speaking into existence. I was manifesting these things and they came to pass. So you can decide to do the same or just do it because you love to smell good, whichever way you want to do it. But if you are on a budget and you still love these designer and niche fragrances, but you cannot afford them, just get the dupe. So that's my thoughts on this fragrance. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to connect with you in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Drop your scent of the day in the comment section. I would love to connect with you in the comment section. Thank you guys for tuning in to Bella's Perfume Diaries. I'll be seeing you on my next episode. Bye.